Being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and will blow your head clean off, you gotta ask yourself the question, do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Good YouTube, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to I Am Fresh, and we are back at it again with another video. And to my fresh fan, man, thank y'all so much for always tuning in with your boy.
Yeah, boy.
You know I had to break this bad boy out right here, man. Man, this thing hits. You hear me? Alright, fresh fans, so now that we got this thing on the tabletop, while we're handling this firearm, let's go ahead and render this thing safe before we proceed with this video.
Safety first, fashion second.
So as you can see, that cylinder is in fact clear. All right, there's nothing lodged in the barrel, so this firearm is safe. But real quick, y'all, look at that. That's quality. Look at that, man. Man, that cylinder spins like some rims, don't it? First, let's just bask in the ambiance of this thing.
Bask in the ambience.
I mean, this is a man's gun right here, man. This is a man's gun.
You think you're a man with that gun in your hand, don't you?
Big boy. I mean, this thing is obnoxious, but still beautiful. It's like a beautiful beast, man. All right. This is, for those of you all who are new, the OG subscribers already know what time it is. But for folks that's new, this is my Ruger Super Redhawk Alaskan chambered in that good old 44 Magnum. As you can see, this thing has a 2-inch barrel on it. You would think that that would compromise on some of the accuracy, but it actually doesn't, man. This thing still maintains a lot of accuracy, and I like those sights as well too. The sights on it, as you can see, has a really aggressive front sight up top that has some serrations on the back of it, so you're able to adjust that rear sight to kind of just go for some more elevation, whether you want to bring it down some if you're shooting a little too high, or you can bring it up some if you're getting some low shots. I need to dial this thing in after the range day today. I need to dial it in a little bit more, but however, it's pretty much on point. I had a relatively fist tight group, so I say about 2 to 3 inch group with this bad boy. And mind you, like I said, it's a 44 Magnum with a 2-inch barrel. You understand what I'm saying? I was shooting at 10 yards with this thing. So it maintains a lot of accuracy. As you can see, this thing is super, super chunky. It's just a chunky, just like a bulky, heavy pistol. I don't know the exact weight of it. You guys are gonna have to look that up if you wanna know the specifics as far as the weight, but it's extremely heavy. This is an all stainless steel platform, which is good because you know you're getting that durability and longevity out of it. However, it's heavy. It's super heavy, but you're gonna need that when dealing with a 44 Magnum cartridge because this thing is gonna kick a lot, and that weight is just gonna help it make it more smooth. It makes it more of a push than a snap. So it's more so like a boom than it is a bow. You understand what I'm saying?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And so I hope that made sense. If it didn't, don't chew me up in the comment section, man. So this is a 6-shot. Unlike my Taurus tracker, you know that one was a 7-shot 357. This one holds 6, but if you can't get it done with 6 or 44 Magnum, I don't know what you're doing. This is the true definition of an Alaskan sidearm, man. This is definitely one of those guns. It's just going to be great for hiking. Great for if you live in a wilderness type environment, heavily wooded, with a lot of predatory animals, bears, mountain lions, things of that nature. This is a great weapon for safety in that regard. I don't know if I would use it for anything else outside of that, man. I mean, this thing is just it's a blast to shoot, but it's obnoxious for myself personally to carry as my my concealed carry or defensive pistol. This is more so just a have fun. If I, you know, go hiking, camping, something like that, this would be the weapon that I choose to carry for that manner. But outside of that, nah, man, this is just a statement piece. You know what I mean? As you can see, it has also some serrations on top of the hammer right there, just to get an added grip. And mind you that this thing is clear, so I just want to show you all that it just provides for a really smooth pull back on that hammer right there, bringing this thing into a single action. We are in a safe environment to handle this firearm. The weapon is clear, so we're gonna do some dry firing real quick. So this thing is in single action. Just want to show y'all the trigger pull. Woo! I mean, come on now. You sneeze and that's going off. You sneeze and that's going off. Let's check that double action real quick. All right, so you got to pull on it now. That double action, you got to give it a pull. All right, feels like about 5 pounds or something like that. All right, so I think that's the wall. Wow. All right, so there you go, man. So you definitely got to give it some pull on that double action, but nothing too crazy. It's not super obnoxious, but you definitely got to give it a pretty strong pull, man. You can't feather with it, unlike in that single action, and that thing is going off. As you can see, I have that grip swapped out. This is by Hogue right here. This is their exotic line of grips. I swapped it out because I was going for a better look of it. However, I sacrificed tremendously on comfortability, okay? Shooting this 44 Magnum, of course, you know, it's got a lot of recoil. So the original rubber Hogue grip that came on here has a recoil buffer pad on the back here on the webbing of the hand. So right about in this area here, you get just a nice cushion right there. So when this thing is going off, it seats well in that webbing of the hand, preserving the level of fatigue that you experience from shooting a high recoil gun like this. So I gave all that up for looks, all right? You know me, man. I'm fresh. I wouldn't be me if I ain't do that, right? I got to have my guns looking pretty. So I put on this whole grip right here. This is an all-wood platform, but I like the aggressive finger grooves in it, so you still get that good grip, that good purchase on it, however you feel that recoil. But listen, it's a 44 Magnum. If you're not shooting it to enjoy the recoil, then what you shooting a 44 Magnum for? That's what they got all them little small calibers for, man. This is a big boy. Look how thick that barrel is, man. All stainless steel. And no, I'm not pointing this at myself. I am pointing this towards a tree line. So I don't want you to think just because it's aimed at the camera or towards the camera that it's aimed at me. But as you can see, just a very thick barrel. Very, I mean, they almost overdid this pistol just to withstand all of the different calibers and grains of 44 Magnum. This thing right here can pretty much handle it all. So now I see why you can get this in so many different calibers, because how thick this stainless steel is. I mean, it pretty much can just handle any amount of muzzle pressure, man. You know what I'm saying? So I enjoyed this thing. This thing is an absolute monster to shoot. As you can see right here, it has a very comfortable cylinder release right here. So you just push that down and that comes right out with no problem. You give it a little bit of assistance over here on that side, push that down, a little bit of assistance, comes right out with no problem. And it clicks back in, very audible click too. Check this out, listen to that. So you know it's locked in, and then you give it a little spin on the wheel, boom, all right? Another thing that folks don't know about these revolvers, man, is the timing of it, all right? How the wheel spins with the trigger pull or with that single action pullback, all right? This thing has flawless timing, man, flawless timing, okay? So I just want you to see the timing of that. Just look at that rotation of the wheel. Look at that, I'm slowly pulling back, boom. Locks perfectly in place. That cylinder well lines perfectly with the barrel, and you're getting a very, I mean, if you try to, listen guys, no play in the wheel at all, no back and forth motion. This thing is locked and sealed, which screams quality. And that's why this thing is at the price point that it is, because this thing is just very well made, very durable. And as you can see, there's no play in the wheel at all, even with the hammer back. All right, I want you to see that double action just so you can see the timing on that wheel again. Look at that, look at that. You see how it locked in place once that hammer is all the way back? That wheel is locked in place, it's secure, ready for fire, boom. So the timing on this thing is impeccable, all right? One of my OGs told me to never, I guess, slap close the cylinder on a revolver like how they do in the cowboy movies when they go like this with it and slap it closed like this, fresh friend. Because they said that you will damage this little piece right here. Y'all see this little guy right here? Once you damage that, that can severely affect the timing. If this thing is not spinning correctly, aligning with the hammer and trigger pull, what you don't want to have is the cylinder well for the actual live round itself not aligning properly with the barrel, and you're getting some obstruction there. That could be dangerous if not catastrophic, man. So that's why the timing is very important with these wheel guns, these revolvers. And that's why my OG told me never slap close it, because you'll affect the time and thus damaging the revolver. And a lot of folks don't know that, because I didn't know it at the time until he gave me game on that. So I make sure that I always kind of assist it close like this, and I listen for the click, and then I lock it down in place and just handle it with care. But this thing right here, man, this thing should just go on for generations. This should be a firearm that I'll be able to pass down, man. You know what I mean? Because it's very well made. Like I said, that stainless steel just maintains a lot of its integrity. I've had this for over, I want to say 10 years, man. I've had this over 10 years, and it still looks brand new. Even after I shot it today, it still looks brand new, man. So, all right, Fresh family, so that concludes today's video, man. I hope y'all enjoyed it. So, go ahead and hit that like button, man. Go ahead and hit that like button right now, man. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. All right, now that we got that done, man, if you're new to the channel, man, consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the Fresh family. And comment down below, man, what y'all think about this bad boy right here. And until the next time, I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.